So I had a really fun thing happen with my girlfriend this week.
Wow, you guys finally did it.
That's right, baby.
Andrew finally lost his virginity.
High five, everybody. High fives all around. It was quick. Now listen, I lasted not even as long as fruit stripe gum has flavor. That's how quick I was.
Just like fruit stripe gum, you had to put 2 in it once to feel anything. Ew.
Hell yeah.
That's right. No, so, a lot of people would say that the test of a relationship is going to IKEA. It's kind of a trope in popular culture that you'd like go to IKEA as like the test of the metal of a relationship. And I would say that's probably true of Gen Xers. And I think what I did this weekend was the test of the millennial relationship, was that I played versus Grand Prix Mario Kart with my girlfriend. and folks, I beat the fucking piss out of her.
Yep.
Beat her
You gotta.
so bad.
You gotta.
No, I did. I wanted to soften the blow, but no, yeah, I stitched her up nicely. It was
Yeah. Andrew's girlfriend and my partner, by the way, are best friends.
Yeah.
We're gonna add to this lore. They are actual real life best friends.
Yeah, like before Andrew started dating her, they were besties.
thick as
Yeah.
thieves.
Okay.
Before Andrew ruined her, they were
dynamic,
absolutely. Yeah, I feel like one of the things that my partner and your girlfriend have in common is that they are extremely competitive to the point where they don't want us to let them win at a thing.
Well, they're both type A, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They kind of
Incredibly.
have to be.
Yeah. Yep. But the here's the downside to that is that they've both spent so much time in real life learning real valuable skills that make them better people that add something to society. And
Correct.
I spent all that time playing Mario Kart and getting good at Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, they don't even know how to drift, idiots. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. You stupid. Do you know how long I was in daycare and then unemployed? You stand no fucking chance.
Yeah, I've been playing this game since before I had a real driver's license. Like, oh my god, that's so. Had she played the game before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, real like you were adopted by the dark. I was born on Rainbow Road.
Yeah,
you have to understand
30 years of knowledge behind that ass whooping you did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was putting on a clinic, trust me.
It's also like the people that I grew up around when I was a kid were, my brothers and shit who are worse than me at being a sore winner. I've told this story about how my dad
calling
used
you
to
gay while you're playing 2K or whatever.
and talk about like, yeah, that's what I did to your mom last night. And I'm like, fuck, dude.
You're like, this is a weird way to tell me I'm going to have a sibling. What the fuck?
Yeah, he would just fucking stomp my ass and then talk shit. And so I have 29 years of that fucking loaded in the back of my head, so that the time that I actually finally win, it's coming out. And I'm sorry that it has to be on you.
No, it's true. Well, that's the thing is like I'm a very gracious winner. I'm coming here on the podcast to be like, I whooped ass, but it's true. But here's the thing, and here's the like really sad thing. Here's the really sad thing. My controller, the battery was dying, and so I had incredibly bad stick drift.
Oh my
so
God.
I was winning, and I was having to basically couldn't make left turns. I had to like hold my stick completely, the direction stick completely to the left in order to, and then do hops and drift left in order to turn that way. It was a fucking nightmare. Still taking home that cup, baby. Still taking home the cup.
This is the equivalent of like when I was in like 6th grade and like for whatever reason, my mom's like Gen X brain can't play Guitar Hero. It's kind of like how when you try to teach someone DDR and you're like, no, you can like rest your foot. You don't have to go back to center. It was something about having to strum and like play different. She just couldn't get it. And I would just like, I had like 3 songs I could play without looking at the screen. So I would just grab the controller and look at her and just like 98% of the song. She would get so mad.
I love both of you being like, I'm a pretty gracious winner, but I won that driving backwards.
Yeah. I literally, So, yeah, no, it's fine. But like, I did beat my mom with the Tom Morello skin in Guitar Hero 3, not looking at the screen on hard. So, like, you know, that's I'm always gonna have. Like, she can take me out of the will, but I'm always gonna have that.
Listen, I am the Bobby Fischer of being unemployed. You have to understand. I can
Bobby Fischer, bro. I'm the Magnus guy where like the one time they do something cool like an unemployed person would do, like the 1 second that my partner slams a Modelo, I'm like, God damn it, good game. And then I stroll away angrily.
Yeah, well, that was the fun part of it, and we did have a good time. I love her very much. It was it was a good time. But it is funny though, like, this isn't fun anymore. I heard the phrase, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah. That's when you stop, you pause the game, you lean in, and you go, that's your fucking problem. This was never a fucking game for me. And then you press resume and shove them off the couch.
God, you guys are all older brother energy. I'll never get to experience that because my girlfriend's a pro gamer, so like I'm the y'all's girlfriend in all of these. Mondo was there for the first time I ever killed her in a video game last week. We were playing Overwatch, and then it was like if we were doing deathmatch in Overwatch, which is like everyone beat everyone, like in the lobby, and like I got one like good sniping on her, and then it automatically loaded us into the game before she could retaliate. And I was like, I'm never doing this again. I'm never playing deathmatch. I peaked. I'm done. I beat Overwatch. This is beating Overwatch for me.
Yeah,
I uninstalled the game. I don't need it anymore.
Gone.
Yeah,
I deleted
put the jersey in the rafters.
I have no idea if this is going to get picked up by my microphone, but I want to try to recreate the noise for you that I heard after Griff killed her girlfriend in Overwatch, by the way, from her girlfriend. Is I heard a deep sigh followed by this.
And then just
knuckles cracking.
So just the of the map loading.
Yeah. That was a really good knuckles crack.
Yeah,
that definitely picked up.
Knuckles
that was all natural, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So anyway, a good time was had, but I really feel like that was like playing competitive games with Overcooked, another great test of a relationship. A co-op competition game like Overcooked. That's a lot of fun, but again, like really can bring out the best or worst in your partner.
Have I told you about the corporate Overcooked thing that happened back when I was in sales?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Okay, so we had we had a Home Depot rep come in, right? Because we were trying to get that good husky money for one of our shows. So she's like, "Hey, I'm coming in for this meeting, but I'm also coming in for a bachelorette party." And we were like, "Bet, bring your friends." So it's like this head of like Husky Tools marketing and like her 4 friends who've all been drinking since like 8 a.m. We bring them to the office. We give them the whole spiel. We show them everything. We're like, oh, this is Achievement Hunter. This is our animation studio. This is our broadcast, blah, blah, blah. And we bring them back and we're like, all right, so we're going to like, give you like the hands-on gaming experience. So like usually we'd set up like Beat Saber or like some kind of like shoot like Injustice. But we were like, okay, it's going to be like a bunch of people. Let's just do Overcooked. It's low stakes. We've been feeding them mimosas the whole tour. I have 2 bottles of champagne gone between 5 women and myself. We boot them up into Overcooked, and by the time we're at the 3rd level, it's literally they're at each other's throats, just like Just like, really, Rebecca? Really? Go do the dishes, Rebecca. This is stop trying to cook your root. You're throwing everyone off. Just stay at the dishes, Rebecca. Everyone just hated Rebecca for the entire thing. Literally, just like, oh my god, listen, Rebecca. If you don't get out of my fucking way, every time I try to come through the door, you're there. Why do you get to the dish? Like, literally, I think we ruined friendships that day with Overcooked.
Yeah.
I've never been in a sorority, but I assume that's what the vibe was. Like, I assume that's what it's like living in a sorority house with a bunch of women who are your best friends, but also your greatest enemies.
Jesus Christ. That Overcooked might have changed the bridal party.
Yeah.
Like someone might have gotten dropped at the last minute.
Rebecca, you're
might have
so
been
lucky you got the maid of honor just already, because if it, literally, that was the kind of vitriol they were spitting at each other.
Just fucking Rebecca, you would be grabbing pine. You'd be so benched for this fucking wedding.
A fucking angry and also timed out of the game bride quickly Googling Austin Taylor. Dress tailor need immediate.
Tailoring.
My God. I don't want to get too deep into this, but I have started, I promise this is relevant. I have started watching a piece of, I would say, human history, a time capsule from a time gone, but not long forgotten. I started watching a little show called The Jersey Shore. Are you familiar?
Yeah, it came on before Laguna Beach.
Yeah, and the crossover episode was fucking insane. I've started watching The Jersey Shore, a show that I've never watched before. I never really watched reality show at all as a kid because I was a shitty little kid who was just like, I'm better than that. I basically, as a teenager, had thought that I was fucking Werner Herzog and refused to watch any of it. And now here's the kicker. As an adult, there's that clip of Werner Herzog being like, I love watching the Kardashians because it is like seeing what the circus that is being put out by the new government to keep their people calm. And also, I feel like I'm such a fucking Chloe. Also, I would give so much money, by the way, if they fucking grizzly manned the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where it's just fucking Werner Herzog watching it.
No one must ever see this.
You don't want to see this. Ray J just showed up and things are awkward. Anyway, now as an adult, I am willing to say that reality show is good and important and shows us things about ourselves. And what I'm realizing about the Jersey Shore, or what the Jersey Shore has made me realize about humanity, is that we are all 7 drinks away from becoming really just breaking down. If all of society was given 6 shots right now, it would ruin everybody's life.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Also, I feel okay. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna side with pretentious teenage Armando for a second. When I was young, I also didn't watch reality shows, not because I thought I was too good for them, but because I was a little fucking narc, and I was like, that's too adult for me. I'm not allowed to watch that. They do swearing and sex. So I didn't watch any mainstream reality TV shows till college. But I think reality TV is kind of like weed, where you shouldn't watch it as a teenager because it fucks up your brain too young. But
Bingo.
if you're 19, you should watch as much as you want, because sometimes it's the only thing to dull the pain.
Yep. I would say past the age of 23, it starts becoming very eye-opening to see what the rest of the world is up to.
You mean once you're older than everyone on the show? Because how painful is it to see a dating show where it's like, I just haven't found the one yet, and the Chiron comes up, and it's like Chiron age 22.
Oh man alive. Speaking of, I have been introduced to the Ultimatum Lesbian Edition.
Oh god.
yeah.
It is my God, sponsored by U-Haul.
It's so bad for Community. All I can say is, at least in the second season, some of them are hot. Because God, that first season was rough.
It is bad. I love it's like I mean, it's truly perfectly messy in that way that you're just like, I'm 25. I'm 25. She's 27. We've been going together for a couple weeks and we should be married. It's like what the fuck is going on?
No, it's like worse than that though. It's like, I think the shortest relationship was 2 years. And then the longest relationship was 10 years. And they were like 27 and 28. And I was like, oh, so you guys found each other freshman year of college and you've just been locked in since freshman year of college and you still don't know if you want to get married? That's insane.
All right.
Yeah, and then one of them in that 10-year relationship gets a tattoo with like the other, like with their like trial
wife. Yes. Oh my God. It absolutely
insane.
bonkers.
Anyway, but man, that's good TV.
Two things. First of all, if you do want to feel a little bit better about yourself in this day and age, I would say genuinely watch the Jersey Shore, because unlike this other bullshit that you're talking about, I was watching season 1, episode 2, and they're talking about Mike the Situation, which by the way, if you're unfamiliar, I'm going to treat both of you like you're unfamiliar with the Jersey Shore. In episode 1, you meet Mike the Situation, and his chyron says, Mike the Situation. And he goes, what's up? My name's Mike. I like to call myself the Situation. A lot of people ask, what is the situation? And then he lifts up his shirt and shows off his abs, and he goes, it's right there. That's it. So, whenever I get into a situation, I bring out the situation. And that's it. He's just trying to coin the situation. That's it.
For 20 years.
That guy, season 1, episode 2, he says, I'm 29 years old. And I went, oh!
I'm sorry.
Oh!
Everyone else was like 23.
Yeah.
That's what
Mondo, you're 29. That would be like, oh my
Mondo,
God.
that's like if you were like getting drunk and trying to sleep with all the like TikTok kids you were working with last summer. Like,
and I straight up couldn't imagine a worse reality than trying to do
worse reality than living. That's insane. What?
I do love that I could technically, me, Armando, today be like, what's up? I'm 29. My name's Armando. And then lift up my own shirt and go, this is the situation. It is bad. It causes me a ton of mental stress. I haven't shit right in 27 years.
My doc said this is no good.
Yeah. This is the situation, according to my cardiologist. That is who
it's bad.
The situation. Yeah.
I like to call it the situation. My doctors like to call it an early death. So I didn't like that nickname as much. Also, the last thing I'll fucking say, because I feel like I've been talking about Jersey Shore way too much already.
Say everything.
I was not familiar with the premise of the Jersey Shore. Of course,
premise?
Yes, we're all familiar with the rough premise of the Jersey Shore. We took a bunch of people who live in or around Jersey and want to become MySpace famous. Because remember, this is at the time where Tila Tequila. This is at the time when Tila Tequila had her own show.
Oh my
and
God.
her only claim to fame was having all those MySpace friends.
That's what she was famous for. I thought she was a musician or something.
No, it was MySpace and then porn and then music and then back to porn and then Facebook.
And then obscurity. And then now
obscurity.
And then now
then now this podcast right now.
This is probably the last time someone said the words Tila Tequila in like 3 years at least.
That's insane.
They say a Tila Tequila dies 3 times. Once when she dies. Secondly, when you stop uttering her name. And thirdly, when you see a X videos file of her and one of the comments is, who is this? And somebody goes, I don't know. That's it.
I thought you were going to say when a juggalo doesn't even bother to throw shit at her.
Jesus Christ. Getting famous on MySpace. Sorry, that just like that
wild.
That was the time. That's the time that the Jersey Shore takes place, and this is what they all.
MySpace people on television with a
dude.
dating show where she wasn't even like a rich celebrity. She was just friends on MySpace.
Yep, that's it.
Just a blonde girl.
That's it. Yes, literally, Tila Tequila. That's in the name.
Yeah, which is like weird because it's like weird to think like, oh, actually, social media is slightly better now in that it elevates people who like can, I don't know, sing or dance or something.
I cannot stress this enough to you. all of the things that were on MTV from like 2003 to 2018, I only knew from like pop culture, like it just like permeating into pop culture, or like my babysitter watching it in the other room because my mom gave her like the parental access code so that she could watch whatever she wanted because she was 14 on the TV, and me being in my bedroom saying I can't go in that room because I'm not supposed to watch stuff that's TV 14 because I'm 10.
Man, it's the Bush years.
Yeah.
It's fucking 9/11 and the Bush years. We
Ironically,
I'm telling you,
by the way, ironically, as I'm seeing through the Jersey Shore, completely bushless years too.
That's very true. People were hiding their bushless crotches under white jeans and studded leather belts.
You can't even have eyebrows, dog. Like no hair.
There is so many. I swear to God, I'm almost done. But also on that topic, there is in the second or third episode, maybe fourth, I don't remember. One of the Paulie D. Is going to hook up with, I believe, JWoww, or maybe, I think it's JWoww, who at the time had a boyfriend, and she looked into his pants and went, "Oh my God, your penis is pierced," and he went, yeah. And I was like, this is a totally normal conversation because she's about to go, that's weird, you're weird. But then she leans in and goes, "You don't understand how fucking bad I want you right now."
Here's devils, the lot of them.
I'm telling you, whole new strains of STDs came from that show.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm finishing this hell or high water. I'm fucking finishing what I'm saying. The premise of the Jersey Shore, we're all familiar. It's a bunch of people being kidnapped, basically, from their homes around Jersey and spending the summer in Jersey at the Jersey Shore, which they try to do every summer, and they get a Jersey house, which is where they all go in on a house together.
Okay.
The show goes, we're going to give you a Jersey house. You all live together, and then we're just going to film your lives, film you partying, and then we're going to make that into a TV show. And normally, in modern times, we would go, yes, that makes sense as a reality show. Back then, they went, we're going to do this for you, but we also need you to help pay for the house. In order to pay for the house, all of the members of the Jersey Shore also spent their daytimes working at the business underneath the house, which was a t-shirt store.
What?
It's a clothing store.
Yes.
So fans just showing up, just bothering them on shift? Like that's
Oh, yeah, brother.
Is that how Snooki got punched?
Oh, dude, yes. That's the whole show. By the way, Snooki shows up episode 1. Again, not a bit. Snooki, on her way to the Jersey Shore house, her car breaks down. And she shows up late because she has to get it towed the rest of the way there. She shows up. She immediately drinks like 6 shots. She gets blackout drunk. She misses her first shift at the t-shirt factory.
Of course.
And everyone starts treating her like shit because they're like, I don't know who this person is. Also, they don't learn her actual name until like episode 3.
Yeah.
And until then, they all just go, yeah, I don't know what's up with Snickers, but she seems really upset. It's hilarious. Anyway, they all fucking hate her, and then she thinks that they all hate her. And at one point in the show, there's a conversation between the other women in the house and these women that the guys invited over that went skinny dipping in the hot tub, and they're both mad at each other. So the women are calling each other whores, and they cut to Snooki in the next room.
These whores.
These whores. They're yelling about whores, and they cut to Snooki in the next room who's crying, and she goes, "They're talking about me." I'm just saying, this show is getting to the depths of like how sad and alone and starved we all are for recognition and attention. And I think it's one of the most, fuck the Sopranos, by the way. This is a real representation of Italians, and I love it. And to wrap this all up into a nice bow, I do also love the Ultimatum lesbian edition, but I think what they got to start doing with that show is just take them both, put them in the same room, lift up a fucking curtain, and there is a brand new Mario Kart pricks tournament happening. Whoever wins gets to make the decision. Boom.
That's it. Absolutely.
Oh god.
Do you want to start a podcast?
We probably should.
Why not?
Welcome, everybody, to the only relationship advice show guaranteed to ruin your relationship and your Jersey Shore rewatch. It's boyfriend material. I am your live from the Orange County boyfriend, Armando Torres. And joining me, as always, we have
still breathing in the fucking fireworks smoke in Los Angeles, Andrew Rosas. Air quality still dog shit here.
Yeah, I had to come here where my air quality is so much better.
Jesus Christ. And I am your boyfriend who met you after swiping 2,058,473 times, Griff.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know about this?
did you watch? Did you not hear about this?
No.
Did you not watch the video? Oh my god.
Okay. Mondo. There's a man. There is a man.
Mm-hmm.
A certain man.
Several.
Armando, there's a man who is 26 years old. His name is Hayden, and he swiped 2,058,473 times on Tinder after 5 years, over a 5-year and 93-day period. And it resulted in 0 relationships, 0 casual sex, and 1 date.
Ooh.
A skill issue so big you can hear it through the vacuum of space.
Yeah, it's
Why? That was my first question: is why would you give up this data, my friend Hayden?
He swiped over 2,058,000 times. Of those swipes, 2,020,000 were right swipes. He got 2,053 matches of those 2 million swipes. He chatted 1,269 times, and he got 1 date and 1,268 never mets.
Jesus Christ!
Now, before you feel too bad for him,
No,
I don't.
No, at all.
I don't feel bad for this guy at all.
before you feel too bad for him, in his profile, he said his description says, "If you're not trying to go fishing, I don't want it. My idea of a vacation is going to the desert and looking for steaks for a week. I may or may not currently own 33 steaks. Every single picture of him is him holding a snake or a giant fish with like just the worst face you've ever seen and the worst angles you've ever seen. And the shirt and the pictures that don't have terrible angles, he's wearing super weird like American flag patriotic shirts. And underneath his description, it says that he is a Pisces who's looking for monogamy, doesn't know if he wants kids next, prefers not to say if he believes in wearing masks."
And I think I know all I need. Case closed, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Why would you even include it on the? Because you can choose which answers show up on your profile.
Prefer not to say. And he looks like what I can only describe as like teen Santa.
Yeah. Yeah, he really looks like Temu JD Vance.
Oh,
Like-
God,
Oh,
he does look
Jesus.
like TV JD Vance.
God, the tariffs on that guy must be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane. No, the guy just sucks to a like kind of unholy degree.
Yeah.
And from the like picture, like first of all, I'll go out and say this. I'll be bold and go out and say this. It's a miracle. All the matches he got is too many.
Yeah.
That should be 0.
Yeah.
That number should be
and
0.
again, not based on his looks.
No.
Just based on his profile and the pictures he chose of just, again, women don't want to see you, the number one thing that kills women, holding a dead thing.
Holding like the
dating
number
profile
5
picture.
thing that kills women, probably.
Yeah.
Number 1 thing that kills women, holding. I have 33 pet thing that also kills women.
Kill women. Are you looking at the picture?
Yeah,
It's rough, dog.
There is I would say 42% chance that this guy listens to boyfriend material. And
Hate it if you're out there.
Hey, buddy, if you're out there, I just want to say, I think you're barking up the wrong tree. I don't like that you release this data about yourself because you are kind of telling on yourself. Because I would like you to remember that me, Armando Torres, signed up on a Republican dating site and still got 3 matches.
Yeah, this is an own goal for the centuries, truly.
Also, they showed like the averages page against like average users. He swiped on 98% of the profiles he came across. Most women swipe right on 7%, and most men swipe right on 40%. He swiped an average of 1,953 times a day, compared
Jesus
to 137
Christ.
times a day from other men.
Well, that's in that video that you sent this analysis of this. Like, this is literally, I mean, he was not looking at profiles. He was just going ding, ding,
No.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Just swipe, 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 not even looking. So, like, this absolute buffoon, this world-class bozo is like putting this out ostensibly, is volunteering this data, I assume, to gain some sort of like sympathy for how hard it is out there for dudes trying to date. But you aren't trying to date, dog.
No, you were playing a numbers game and you played too hard and you lost.
Yes, this is like, at this point, it's like, God, this is mean, maybe. So I'm sorry, preemptively. I feel sad for this person because at a certain point, you're right. It's not about the dating. It's an addiction to, it's like how I have an oral fixation from smoking. This guy's just addicted to fucking doing this all day, which ironically, by the way, that motion, once he gets somebody, gold.
Yeah.
Golden.
Swiping on the clip
it sucks
15,000
like,
times a day.
It's literally his profile because I'm looking at him and I'm like, oh, this is like an adorable guy. Like, he's like cute. Like, he's like,
he's got he's got a cherubic quality.
Yeah, he looks like your friend's boyfriend. Like, I could see him dating one of my friends. Like, he just looks like your friend's boyfriend.
I was just thinking that. I've seen this guy a million times, always in a relationship. Like,
Always
I
in a
physically know this
relationship.
guy. Yes.
It's crazy. So I'm like, it's got to be the profile and whatever insane shit he said to the women that swiped right on him as well.
No.
You know what's so funny is I've seen him 1,000 times. He always looks better on her Instagram profile.
Because she knows how to take pictures of him that aren't him holding a fish out like this, dealing in the tundra.
Yeah, this is a sad state of affairs, but also just like a perfect encapsulation. I feel like, and we'll get to people's questions in a second.
Yeah.
No,
You
fuck
don't
him.
have to.
No, we will. I'm sorry. I was just kidding. I was just doing it. I don't want them to think they own us.
Yeah.
Well, so I was talking with my friend Kath about this, and because she has run a ground of, and we've talked about this, I think, on the podcast before, about going on a date. The phenomenon of like dudes who don't ask questions on a date, who will like go an entire date without asking a single question about the woman sitting across from them, which is like so baffling to me because I straight up cannot imagine what a conversation looks like if you don't ask questions about the other person. That seems insane to me.
Well, according to most straight men, perfect.
Yeah.
What I learned from women who date men is that, like, you could say nothing on a date, and when that guy goes home, he's gonna call his mom and be like, she's the one, I'm gonna marry her. Like, you just gotta let men monologue into like loving you. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got a taste of it when I was like, so let me tell you about Jersey Shore for 40 minutes. That is kind of what dating a straight guy is about, although normally it's about shit like, let me tell you about BLM, and you're like, oh, and they're like, the Bureau of Land Management, and you're like,
Fuck.
no.
No, yeah, it's straight up. If you as a dude monologue for an hour and never ask one question about her, that dude will go home and call his mom and say, I found the one. And if you're a dude that asks one question of a woman, you might actually make her group chat. Like you might like
You're getting a nickname in the group chat.
Yeah, for sure.
Inquisitive.
Yeah. Yeah, you might
Inquisitive
even get,
Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. Kyle Hinge Inquisitive parentheses.
If you ask one question, she's calling her mom and being like, Mom, I found the one.
But the strange thing about this phenomenon too is that it has no politics, because You will observe this behavior from conservative men, and you will observe this same phenomenon of not asking women questions about themselves in like self-avowed feminist dudes, just absolutely woke ass left liberal Brooklynite assholes.
Just talking at you about their politics.
Yeah, about their like correct opinions. It's just so funny to me. It's like, no, being a piece of shit has no political affiliations.
Yeah, I just ugh. If I want you to take away anything from this discussion that we've had, it's just that like when you're going on any amount of date with somebody, whether it's the first date or like the 50th date, if they say anything interesting or you don't know something about them, just ask the question and then you get to learn more about this person, and that's like the whole reason to do it, my guy.
Yeah.
I love getting lore about people.
Absolutely. Do you guys want to you want to do a couple of questions?
Let's do it.
Help some people out.
I was
gonna do this question second, but based off of what we just talked about, I think this question should go first. A while ago, I went on a few dates with this girl I met on Hinge. Let's call her Jane. Things went all right. The first few dates, we had pretty good chemistry, but after that, I started to notice that when we weren't actively on a date, I was the one initiating every conversation. I was planning each date. Almost every text she sent was in response to one of mine, and even when we did text, it was pretty dry. After a while, I decided to see if she'd even text at all if I didn't initiate, and lo and behold, and they actually wrote that, lo and behold, she did not. Fast forward to now, when I was about to go on a second date with a girl I also met on Hinge, who told me that a mutual friend had accused me of ghosting her. When I asked this new girl who it was, she told me it was Jane. When I explained myself, she seemed to understand, but is what I did ghosting? And if not, how do I stop Jane from slandering my name?
Wow, this is a juicy question. I liked
it. I liked it because, you see why I saved it for last, because it's kind of cheesemate. It's a little cheesemate.
Yeah. This is great. The court of boyfriend material is now in session, and I'm gonna go ahead and like throw the fucking gavel down and say, not ghosting. It does not count as ghosting if you are doing if your conversation is entirely one-sided and you're just like
doing all the heavy lifting, and then you stop reaching out and then the contact stops. The phone works two ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then also it's just like we need to. I'm of the opinion, hot take. We need to like with this kind of early, like been on one date. If our texting is dry and it's like infrequent and unbantery, we need to stop pretending like not texting back after that kind of stuff and just kind of going your separate ways is some kind of like trauma. Let's get a little bit of a grip. Can we? That seems so fucking dumb to me.
There used to be times where like you wouldn't even know if someone was going to show up to a date because the only way you could contact them is by calling a phone that was in their house physically. Like it's we all expect too much of each other.
Agreed.
Dude, there were times where our great ancestors had to put up a fire if they wanted to send a message far away and to hope that it showed up well, and they still managed to bone down.
Right.
So yeah, but Andrew, I fully agree with you that there's this like, I feel like, okay, I want to put a huge fucking like first, what do you call it? Like preface. Okay, first I want to put a huge preface to this. Men kind of suck a lot and do a lot of shitty things. And I, in no way is what I'm saying taking away of the actual shitty things that men do.
Yeah.
However, I run a podcast about cults, and we talk in this podcast a lot about a concept known as love bombing, a literal brainwashing technique that cults will use to sort of force you to rely on their admiration and their general existence. And then I hear people talk about love bombing in the case of like, we went on 2 dates and he was super into me, and then we realized that maybe we didn't have as much in common as we thought we did, and then he stopped kind of liking me as much, and the relationship just sort of fizzled out, and he love bombed me, and it's like
no, because No. First of all, if he was love bombing you, it would have resulted in a relationship.
If he was love bombing you, you would feel like me without a vape for a day. All right.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. And again, that's like it working too.
Yeah, the end goal isn't to ghost you with that.
Yeah,
No.
my advice
It's a waste of resources.
My advice to you is to put down the Vice article you're reading about whatever like 2-syllable compound word is being like touted as the next like relationship trend. He's lighthousing me. Whatever the fuck, it's just like whatever. Get out of here.
Lighthousing is when you've been love bombed and you're lost in the sea of emotions that you're at, and then he appears as a beacon on the hill for you to go towards.
Exactly.
Really? When you get there, it's just a haunted, empty thing with no living life in sight. That's called lighthousing. And also you wear a cool rain jacket and have a pipe.
God, this just sounds like dating me. Be like dating Armando, realizing that it's an empty shell of a man, but he has cool jackets. Also, before you get too mean about Vice, I saw that exact same video, all right, and it was fucking sick. We sent our Vice journalist all the way to infiltrate Al Qaeda, and then he ghosted Osama.
I just felt them leaving really confused because he seems so excited about joining.
Yeah, he's the one who told Osama to meet him in the fucking hole. Or I guess that was Hussein. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The point is that like, yeah, with stuff like this. Also, you're right, Griff, you said this, and I just want to emphasize it, is that love bombing does not end in ghosting and then that person like getting like never contacting you again. Love bombing usually results in the kind of guy that when you find out he's also dating 15 other women, starts slamming his head and crying and begging you to forgive him because he's a broken man or some other bullshit that he's making up on the fly. Like that's when it becomes a problem. Yes. And again, not to say, I don't want to say it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that a lot of people are using big terms that have big connotations and meanings to just mean that, yes. Oh, yeah. Yep.
To just honestly hefting a lot of, assigning a lot of emotional weight to what I would call casual dating. Like, and being like, okay, yeah, again, like let's simmer down a bit about.
If I match with you on an app and we meet in person one time, I have zero expectations of you ever talking to me again after that.
Yeah.
Bingo. And the reverse should be true. Like it's everyone in this situation should know what it is, which is this like, this is us meeting for the first time to see if there's a vibe, and if for whatever reason there isn't, we can both at any time just be like, oh nope, and then leave. And then
I also
boop.
Like there's no like, again, after 1 or 2 dates, no social contract to be like, I don't think this is working out. I feel like you not getting another message back is that this isn't working out.
Yes.
Like I feel like 5 dates, absolutely, that's crazy.
Sure.
5 dates and you never text again. I think that's ghosting. 2 dates, I feel like, is the cutoff. 3 dates, I feel like you owe a courtesy 1 text.
Courtesy,
like,
hey.
Not even a conversation.
No.
Just like,
best of luck.
Just 1 text of like, yeah, I don't think we should like keep. Not even, I don't think we should keep doing this. Just like 1 text of like, hey, it was cool to hang out with you. But like, I don't think I want to like pursue this any further. But like, you're super chill. Deuces. Like,
yeah.
Then
you don't even have to give a reason. Really.
No.
Like, it's 3. Imagine like, I'm trying to like think of anything. Imagine going to a Starbucks 3 times and then getting upset that they don't know your order. It's not a bad barista. You just haven't built a rapport. There's no relationship there.
I'm adding this as a caveat. I don't even know how to pronounce it to just sort of like add this so that we're acknowledging it. I would say there is one instance in which you, after the first date, should say something if it's not working out, and it's if you were friends before or if you were set up with by a friend.
Yeah, no, that makes it, because that's like other entanglements of like relationships, but like
that's a whole other
strangers
thing.
You don't know from Adam whose face you can't even recall 8 months later because you've never seen that person again. No.
You don't know from Adam
yeah.
is sick, dude. I've heard it before, but wow, just great
Like
job.
I used to have I ever told you guys about my Tinder curse?
Your Tinder what?
Curse.
Curse. That's what I thought you said. No,
Yeah.
what did you?
They're calling it Tinder.
Yeah. So I used to have this thing I called my Tinder curse, where I would be having great conversations with people, like for however amount of time. I could have even like met them in person, but something would happen where they would ask me out, and I would have to go out of town. And then by the time I got back in town, they were fully seeing someone else.
Married.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
happened to me 4 times.
Whoa!
What?
Fuck!
Okay, I was making fun of you for the curse aspect of it.
That's
but
cursed.
Yeah,
That's
dude, that's
cursed.
fucking cursed.
It's real a good luck Chuck type shit, where it'd be like, let's go on this date, and it's like, oh, I have to go out of town for this work thing, but like I'll be back like the week after that. This is a real one that happened. And I came back and I messaged her, and she was like, oh, can we do like a different day? And I was like, yeah. And then like 2 days before that day, she was like, hey, I'm actually kind of exclusive with someone else, and now they're married.
I was going to make a joke just now and say, well, this is what you get when you ghost a witch. But then I realized that is actually a sentence you could
Say as a
genuinely
lesbian.
say about
Yeah.
this time now. You could say it back then and
Yeah.
now and nowhere in between.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that has happened to me upwards of 4 times now.
Wild. That is crazy. I wanted to throw a little wrench into the situation with like the
The situation?
the situation. Throw a little like again asterisk maybe on the stats,
Yeah.
which is that like I think changes the rubric is, and this is not to slut shame. I've had one night stands. If after the first date you fuck, because occasionally that happens. If
Yeah.
you fuck on the first date, which again, no shame in that game. Then I think you probably do owe the
Yep.
courtesy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not feeling it, because
Yeah.
like that is a little bit of that. That is some. You've seen someone naked. You owe them
Yeah.
courtesy text.
Yeah, you've been inside me. You owe me one goodbye.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Yes. So I will throw that caveat on it. If after the first date you you throw down, then yeah, I'd say you probably owe a courtesy text.
Yeah.
Outside of that, yeah, that's really, to go back to our callers thing. That seems
Nothing wrong.
nothing. That seems highly
Nothing
unreasonable
wrong.
to
No.
me.
she's kind of being crazy, bro.
And honestly, you should make up something even worse so that this person doesn't stay friends with her. Because honestly, think about it. Yes, you are lying, and technically you are gaslighting. But is it better for her to be friends with a liar? With a liar who's only lying for bad?
Like, I'm sorry. I just like, again, the whole time when we hear these questions, like I literally was trying to empathize with the other girl, but I'm like, girl, your chat was dry. You weren't saying anything. You weren't responding. And like, I don't know if I sent you. No, I put on my story. Apparently, we're living in an era of nonchalance romantically. To the
Yes,
point
I
where
read that.
It said in a Pew report, and I was like, why is Pew asking these questions? In a Pew poll, they were like 63% of singles are not looking for relationships, and that people treat dating like a game where it's like, oh, I can't do this first, or like, oh, I can't double text. And as like a quadruple texter who literally hunted my current girlfriend down in the hallway to ask her out on a date after she canceled on me multiple times, I am not nonchalant. I'm the most chalant person in the room.
No,
I
fucking Griff is like the predator. She had like cloaking.
Whoa.
Not a predator, the predator. All caps.
Because I have locks. And crazy mouth game.
And crap.
Yeah, and their own private island, right?
No, like, there was no list. There was no list. Literally, I heard my girlfriend just literally. She made a noise in the other room, like in the other half of this room. Literally, it was I told Andrew about it, where I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, she was like, oh, I didn't know I had this stream. And then like the next time I asked her, she was like, oh, I had to stay late at work and I was tired. And then like the next time I asked her, she was like, oh, I have this like event to go to for like a work thing. And I was like, I can't tell if she like doesn't like me and she's trying to be nice, or like
No,
if she's
idiot.
actually busy. But no, she was actually busy, and the only reason I found that out was because I didn't give up, and every time she said no, I resent the calendar invite for a different date, and I refunded the movie tickets and bought the movie tickets for a different
Yes,
date.
Pro.
yes,
To the
idiot.
point
She
where I would
wasn't
buy
avoiding.
2 tickets, 2 showtimes.
Jesus
For the-
Christ. Okay,
for the
maybe that's a
same
little.
day.
That's a little. I wouldn't have given that information up, but yes,
Batman could have beat it out of
idiot.
me.
She is not. She wasn't not into you. You're just both cursed by the same Tinder witch. Which
Yeah.
honestly
No,
means that
we
you were
were-
meant to be together.
Yeah, no, we were cursed by me not being able to look at a stream schedule, because if I looked at the schedule, I would have known that Mondays were off limits.
Yeah. And then lo and behold, then she after y'all got together, she like flung woo at you like
Exactly.
it's nobody's business.
Like, that person was not meant to be, and they're probably going to be like doing this to other guys and being like, why do they stop texting me? All men are assholes. And this will be the one time it's not true.
Yeah, I guess to answer your second part of your question is how do I get this person to stop doing that? Well, first of all, I think just do what you did with this girl too, where you were like, "Oh yeah, I know her. This is what happened," and then just show her the text messages, and then it'll be like, "Oh, okay, cool, whatever," and then it's fine. And not to be totally weird about it, because I still think that people should believe people when somebody they're close to is like, "Hey, that guy was weird to me."
Yeah.
But I think any rational person is going to look at your situation and be like, "Oh yeah, okay, I see what happened here."
Especially when, oh yeah, cool, okay, were all the messages that she was sending you.
100%.
Also-
So you could have a conversation with her. You could text her and be like, "Hey, I just heard that you told somebody that I ghosted you, and this is me replying because the last thing that was sent was me," or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Now the one piece of information we don't really have in there is like most of the text initiations came from Homeboy.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if the suggestion to go on said date, like, hey, let's go out again, was coming from Homeboy. Because if Homeboy is waiting for the girl to suggest going out again, or like kind of play the cat and mouse game of pursuer in this case,
Yeah.
I can see how someone would like take that as not suggesting a second date, as like taking disinterest. But even still, I
But
feel
still, with the dry texting,
with the dry
is very
texting, that's
damning.
dry texting sucks. If there's no, I'm sorry, if there's no like back and forth message banter, I'm already halfway out. I got 1 foot out the door.
All I want to do in this life is find somebody that want to be goofy, silly like me, and I found
Yeah.
them. Like that's, but again, oh man, I've told this story a million times, and I'm so glad that it happened to me early and that I clicked and saw the matrix of what I needed in a partner, or at least one of the things, because I still had some growing to do from here. But when I was in high school, I was dating a girl, and she was extremely attractive, and I was very happy to be with her because I was a pudgy little funny goofy kid. And I remember we were making out in my room, and I asked if she wanted me to put on music, and she said, "Whatever." And I said, "Cool. What kind of music do you like?" And she said, "I don't know, Kiss FM." And I went, "You like the
What?
like the music that they play on Kiss FM?" And she went, "I don't know. That's just what my mom plays. I don't really listen to music." And I went,
What?
"Oh, sorry." And then we broke up after that
Well,
because
you
of that.
experienced the ick for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like 16 or something when this happened, where I was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just imagined our life together where you don't care about music." And that made me sad. So no.
You experienced something at the age of 16 that most men never experienced their entire lives.
No, yeah, with something it's like, and God, you're talking about, I mean, that is weapons grade ick, because it brought
Yeah.
down a teenage boner. Like,
Yes. That
Which,
is
as
that's the important part, adamantium levels of
Adamantium
indestructible.
Fucking vibranium ass dick. That this just
And we're talking about me. All right, that shit was fucking forged in the fires by dwarves, baby.
yes. Yes. Only those pure of heart can lift that dick. It really is. It's like Mjolnir. It's like
Pure of heart and epic of playlist.
That's episode title. There we go. Get it in
Pure
there.
of heart and good of playlist. There we go.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I guess have a conversation with them. I don't know. I just can't. I can't be with somebody where it's not important to me. So yeah, I get it. The idea of like, I have very few things that are important to me. Music is very important to me. Movies and art are very important to me. And to be clear, my partner has seen fucking no movies
That's
ever.
awesome though.
But is open to watching movies, and also has their own opinions about movies, and doesn't just like wait for me to be like, I liked it. Like we have full on arguments and disagreements over movies we've seen together, whether we like them or not. And to be clear, I love that because they have an opinion.
Yes. I think that's the bigger thing. Okay, now, hey, Mondo, I think you hit the nail on the head, but not the way that you say it, and then you say something crazy. I think you actually did. And that, like, I think the dry chat was indicative of a person who doesn't have, like, an opinion enough to engage with you in, like, just getting to know each other. That bodes not well for an actual relationship. So I feel like you no longer responding, is it like, how can that be seen as bad when they can't even have like it within themselves to even reach out to you and be like, hey, I feel like you kind of cut me off, or like, hey, or like, what happened? Like, I feel like you kind of fell off. Like, I feel like they all kind of go together, and I feel like she also only listens to whatever's on the car when she gets to the car.
Yeah.
Also,
oh my God. Yeah, you're dating a Kiss, or you were seeing a Kiss FM girly, brother, and you can't do that.
yeah, and I was also gonna say, like, the fact that this dude was like texting and initiating conversation is kind of unheard of behavior from what I can gather from my female friends out there who are in the dating scene.
Yeah,
that it's like pulling fucking teeth.
Yes, like, oh my god, sometimes I will see messages that like my female friends get on dating apps, and it's either something grotesquely obscene for the first or second message, just something like that you say to someone you've been dating for like 5 years, like as just their opening message, or just like, yo.
God, I also, the other thing that I see all the time, by the way, and we've done the same thing. I think we've probably even also done it for content where we've just like looked through our friends, or not social media, dating profiles. Well, the other thing that I hate about men, and maybe just people in general, is eventually somebody will come up with a super clever, just kind of funny, a little off kilter first message for a dating app. And I think Aziz Ansari's was the one who popularized it, where it was like, hey, going to Whole Foods, do you need anything? As the first like message. And then other guys will hear about it and they go, boom, that's the meta. And then they're just like, that's my new thing. And then everyone does it.
The new one is what's your cat's name? I'm trying to figure out my future stepkid's name. Like, I want to name my future stepkid.
I fucking hate people.
Oh
dude.
God,
that's one that's in the meta right now.
It is astonishing how little fucking game people have. Like,
negging is still in. Also,
is it still? God, fuck.
I'm sorry. Negging via shitting on women who are not the woman you're actively talking to.
Which is, my God, there could be no. There's not. Oh my gosh, get this through your thick fucking skulls, dudes. Shitting on other women to like make the woman you're talking to sound better is not it, brother. It is not it.
The 8 months in college when I tried dating men, I went on one date with this dude who was in my like international business class, and that's a whole thing because not only did he this is the first time honestly, this may be one of the first time I got the ick from someone.
This is your own scared gay program.
This is my. Yeah, I was scared. Yeah, I was scared unstraight. We were on the elevator leaving class, and we were talking about like I don't fucking know. Let's just say it was anime. And he was just like, "Whoa, that's crazy. Most girls aren't into anime and video games." And I was like, "You don't have to shit on." I just said to him, "You don't have to shit on other girls to make you feel better." And he immediately got defensive, and it was like, "How come I can't give a female a compliment without them thinking?" And I was like, "Oh, nope. That was strike one. Strike two was when I invited him to a party my friends were throwing. I had already invited him to the party. I couldn't uninvite him.
That's
this was like
fair, but I'm just, and again, we were young, and I get it, but that was strike 1, 2, and 3. Actually, that was a fly ball to the pitcher, and you caught him out before it even began.
Yeah, no, honestly, probably. So like that was when it started, and I'd already invited him to this event that was like that night. So I was like, whatever, I'll never talk to him after this. Already planning my ghosting exit. Strike two was that when we were at the party. We're in Atlanta. I have a majority, black female friend group, just a majority female friend group.
Couldn't see the signs.
Honestly, no, they're all straight.
Oh,
they're all actually heterosexual. But my friend group was like mostly girls. Honestly, not even like mostly black, but also like Latina, Asian, like a bunch of things. This man comes to our party, ruining the vibe.
Awful.
Ruining the vibe.
Vibe poison.
Throwing off the vibes of the 3 men that we vetted to be allowed to hang out with us. And like we're listening to Nicki Minaj, the Pink Print had just come out.
Oh.
The Pink Print had just come out. Beyonce was on that album. Ariana Grande was on that album. You don't understand. We were vibing. And this man is sitting there. And he literally goes, Nicki Minaj isn't even that good of a rapper. And then just a chorus of 20 women yelling at him. And then he goes, Eminem is the best rapper of all time.
No.
He's also black, by the way, which is even more shocking to hear him say that. Eminem is the best rapper of all time. And then after that, he proceeds to try to sleep with my roommate. And then 3 weeks later, in class, he gives a presentation on how the wage gap is fake.
God.
This guy sucks. This is like one of the worst dudes I've ever heard about.
Yeah, and now he just likes all the pictures I post on my Instagram with my girlfriend. So, like, that's cool.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. We have to clip this out so fast.
Oh my God.
That was my second and last attempt at dating men, and I was done after that.
I just want to say something really quick in defense of Eminem is the greatest rapper, guys. I too, at one point, I never thought Eminem was the greatest rapper alive. All right, I want to strike that immediately. But I was one of those people who was like, ugh, all these people listening to corporate slop. I only listen to boom bap hip hop. I only listen to music that when I put it on, everyone goes, oh. That's the kind of vibe I want to bring to the party. This is not a joke, by the way. One high school party I went to, I had the aux cord taken away from me. Like I was actually booted from the system.
Mondo comes to he goes to the function, but he only plays conscious rap.
Yes, exactly.
He's like, no, listen to the words.
No, you just don't understand. Tech Nine is one of the most skilled rappers to ever exist. And also, you got to listen to this 15-minute long song about a guy who fucks his mom. It's called Dancing with the Devil, and you're going to love it. Is that him?
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That time when you said that he called Jesus. It's like any guy who calls women females, immediately, and they have a look, and that is it.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Wait.
Oh, red for filth. Oh my God.
Jesus.
It was dog. So I guess that guy may be gay. Just off of his terrible personality alone. But in my defense,
Okay.
abs.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. I don't like
Right?
how he posted them. It looks like
Yeah.
autopsy photos.
It truly does.
In his defense, 2015 Instagram.
Yep. All right. There it is. Again, yeah. By the way, end to the story of me being a conscious hip hop fan is I went to a music festival and my cousin dragged me to a Young Thug show. And
God.
at the Young Thug show, I saw God. I was so happy and delighted to be in the audience. And I was like, holy shit, I see it. I see the vision.
And honestly, I'm so glad he beat the RICO charges.
Yes, me too. Thugger, you're home, baby. Come on.
Can I hop in the studio with my friend? Absolutely not. That was my favorite part. He got off of the RICO charges and they said you cannot interact with these like 4 people. And he said, but the album.
But you're not allowed within 500 feet of a studio.
Yeah, but the album though.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. All right, folks. I swear to God that there's some kind of insight in this nonsense that we've been spewing out. Sorry that we only did one question this week. Instead, we talked a lot about some stupid bullshit you didn't want to hear about. And if you don't date straight men, you just got a free simulator, baby. This is exactly what it's like. Complete with the fact that you could say anything to us right now and we would not hear it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have had such a blast. We will have a more regular episode next week when we're all back in our normal homes. If you want to help support the show, you should go to patreon.com/midnightsnacktv. I want to thank everyone who came to the live show and who watched the video for the live show. A fun thing that we were able to put together thanks to the folks at Homebrew Austin. Thank you to Will. Thank you to Trask. Thank you to everyone who volunteered their time. And thank you to everyone who is donating to help them. I hate to say it like this, but recoup their losses is kind of the only way I know how to phrase it.
Yeah, like they took care of everything. They organized all the events. They rented all the venues. They got the DJ for the rave afterwards. Like they did everything short of flying out Andrew and Armando.
Truly.
So like if you could like look in, I don't know, you want to put it in the show notes maybe? Like yeah, so like you have like, you know, if you find it within yourself and you enjoyed that live show, which a lot of you guys did, if you just kick them a couple bucks to help them out, that would be honestly amazing.
Yeah, I'm honestly like, I hate being sappy, but there are some people out there who will do things like this just for the enjoyment that others will feel and knowing that it's going to bring joy to people. And holy shit, do we have to help out those people.
That's what the whole weekend felt like. It was really nice.
Yeah. And the show like buoyed my sanity and happiness for the whole fucking week, truly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was so hungover the next day, but I was so happy and so overjoyed, and I had such an immense amount of pleasure watching that back and editing together that footage, which also, by the way, huge shout out to BK, who just provided me with like 5 gigabytes of documentary style footage.
Yeah.
We could make a longer version of what you did, and it would be like again, literally documentary style. It was amazing.
It was insane what they were able to capture just with an iPhone walking around. Maybe I will put a couple clips together because there's some really good moments that I was just like, it doesn't fit the stupid bit that we're doing of like the Netflix pre-show stupid thing. But really, really just fun time. To the one person who asked us why their girlfriend smelled weird and how to deal with it, it turns out, boom, it was the sunscreen. I fucking did it.
Yeah.
Vindication.
It was the sunscreen head and shoulder shampoo combo, I believe.
Yup.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I felt so fucking good because when I was watching that episode back, I was like, I shouldn't have talked about white people this way. I'm gonna catch some flack for it. And now, ooh, baby.
No.
Yeah. What's it like being the most correct man in America, Armando?
Pretty good. Although I don't know why I can't ever tell a female what they're doing wrong. If you can't give to our Patreon, which again is patreon.com/midnightsnacktv, consider giving us a 5-star review. Consider coming to a live show. We're planning a couple more. There's, by the way, nothing on the books right now. I don't want to worry the audience or the people on this podcast.
It's like, what?
We're just doing the groundwork now. I'd like to do more of these. I would like to do some more stand-up around the country. So like, let's fucking do it, dude. Life is short. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
And if you can't support in those ways, just tell somebody about the show. Just be like, you gotta fucking listen to this. I heard they were talking about say that. I heard they were talking about. Did you hear that your ex sent a question into this podcast?
Oh, that's
and then don't tell them the
good.
episode.
Yeah, don't tell them. It's like,
so
I
good.
can't remember which it was like the last like month or so, but like I was listening to the question, I was like, fuck, that sounds like Stacy.
Yeah.
You should go listen.
And then once you get him hooked,
friends.
once he listens to the entire discography, go, oh, you know what? I was listening to it on the Patreon. It was one of their bonus exclusive episodes.
Genius.
Yes.
God, we're good marketers. In the meantime, if you want to follow me on social media, you can. I'm at Mondo Does Stuff, Mando Does Stuff, all one word. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all that fun stuff. Come find me. Come find me. I'll fucking beat your ass, bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Andrew, what do you got going on?
Folks, you can follow me on Instagram at andrewrosas.ig or my art account, andrewrosas.art on there as well. That's what I got going on. I'm excited to do, we're in the fact finding mission right now for doing other live shows. It's very
part of it is me going, we have a huge audience over here. How do you guys feel about this? And us going,
Chicago. That's my vote. I want to go there so bad.
I think we should do Chicago. In fact, we have a friend in Chicago, friend of the show, Elliot GB, incredible comedian, great friend, also editor of Cult Podcast. He has a house, and he was like, dude, you could do it in my fucking house. And I was like, how many people does it fit? And he was like, in the living room, like 20. But if we get them down in the basement, and I was like, no, okay, all right,
well,
maybe.
Basement show.
It would be kind of fucking sick if we could get a punk band to open for us.
Stick and pokes. I've never done it before.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, that would be so sick.
Oh yeah, dude. If we could everywhere we go, just incorporate a little bit of that city, like Chicago punk show, some fucking Chicago footwork in there, stick and poke tattoos, and then we all beat a giant pinata of Kanye West. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh god. Do I have to plug? You guys know who I am. I'm still unemployed. You know where to find me.
Catch me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, catch me on LinkedIn, where this is the only place I'm not the indoor kid. The _indoor kid. If they don't allow _ take it out. Unless it's LinkedIn, in which case it's just my government.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess for this week we will see you, and next week we'll see you again. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.